No, I didn't. Little change of events, but been in this spot one time before, obviously. So just stick to the regular schedule programming for the most part. Yeah, it means a lot, right? It's been a big year for him, and obviously, just getting him to the point where he feels good and back on the court is big for us. Obviously, we want to make sure he was in a good place to return, and we feel good about that and excited to see him back out there and on the court with the guy. I think it's fair to say that we'll be conservative with him since he hasn't played, and you could probably tell me better, but 20, 30 games, whatever it's been. So we'll make sure that we are cautious with the return to the court with anybody, him, Trey, anybody that's been out for an extended amount of time. It's not an insert right back into your major role for those guys that played heavy minutes. We have a lot of moving pieces in a lot of ways right now. I would guess probably not. I think we've had a bunch of young guys. Him being at the forefront of stepping up into bigger roles and larger roles, and I think he's shown that he's capable of that. And I think it's something that we are going to try to continue his development as well as many other guys and try to push this thing forward. But I think he has stepped up and kind of been one of our main guys when healthy earlier in the year. For sure. And it's interesting, right? Like everybody on this team is in development for the most part. So, it's Blake Wesley who was out early, and it's Malaki who came on stronger later, and it's Jeremy who's had a long year and is pushing through. And so I think it's important for all those guys, and the more minutes they can all get together is obviously positive for now and going forward. It's a tribute to him and just a lot of young guys in this program where it's a long season. If they trust the process and put in the work, at some point usually the game slows down for them and they find some success, and I think he's done a great job of that throughout the year. Yeah, he's definitely taken on more of the larger role after he took on the larger role at the start of the year with everybody out. So I do think he has been stellar in that regard in terms of his availability and just the probably output of energy and effort we've asked of him. So, yeah, I don't know where it sits in that maintenance versus, something else, but you look at his minutes and everything we ask of him, he's done a heck of a job, and I think he's been commended and should be. I think for any 19-year-old slender-built guy that's getting used to it, he's done a great job. And his offense, defense, rebounding, there's different areas of physicality. I think he's, a little ahead in some areas than others, like a lot of guys, but he's done a great job of continuing to try to adapt and get better in those areas.